Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my hope that you are well, you have woken up well, and I'm well, I'm fine. I've just been to the church, and I'm happy that God has given us a life. We are peaceful, and we continue enjoying the peace and the tranquility in this country as we continue waiting for the Supreme Court to give the judgment, which is expected on or before the 5th day of September. So, anything short of forensic audit of the IBC systems and the results is likely to bring a lot of discomfort, especially to Azimio guys. Supporters of Azimio knows very well that Raila Amolo Odinga was rigged out of the elections. And the question that many people are asking is William Samoei Ruto going to accept the verdict of the Supreme Court? Because all indications are showing that Raila Amolo Odinga was rigged out. All indications are showing that Ruto did not win the elections. Forensic audits done by the DCI, done by the independent bodies, and other associations are showing that IBC was captured by UDA and Kenya Kwanza in general. IBC did not conduct any elections. The elections were conducted by Ruto and his henchmen. So that is what is coming out very clearly. Kwa hivyo kile watu wanaona ni kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga anafaa kutangazwa mshindi. And one of the prayers in the affidavit of Baba ni kwamba he should be declared the president-elect. Because Wafula Chebukati, what he did something fraudulently, something that is not acceptable. And the most shocking thing is that, desperate times call for desperate measures. Wafula Chebukati's affidavit is saying that the state was trying to force him to declare Baba the winner. In fact, he goes ahead to implicate the military. He's dragging the name of the military. Our disciplined forces are now depicted as people who are non-partisan. Even the police force is not spared. Because according to him, the IG was there and the military was there. In the National Security Advisory Council, they met, according to Wafula, they met him, and they were trying to force him to ensure that for peace to continue, for the country to continue enjoying peace and tranquility, Baba had to be declared the president. These are desperate measures. All said and done, what will matter is, did the foreigners infiltrate the IBC systems? Were there people who were operating the IBC systems? Were there people who could actually change the data? The other question that will determine the case is what was declared in Form 34A the same thing that was declared when the president was being declared? Because if you go by the Supreme Court, tunajua kwamba kuna wakati ambapo, I think 2017, they said that the election is won or lost in the polling station. Form 34A is final. But what we are getting, I think the samples of over 78 forms from different polling stations are showing that what was declared in Form 34A is not what was in the IBC portal. So the big question that begs the answers is, who changed the data? So, all said and done, this election will be nullified. This election, if it don't be nullified, if they start saying, for instance, if the judges decide that what we need is returning, because by the way, Kenyans are tired of going back to the elections. Nobody wants to go back and vote again. Watu wamechoka. And when they consider that if it is possible for the IBC maybe to be supervised, and the returning is done by independent body, and whoever is declared the winner actually will be at an advantage, because his win will be validated by most Kenyans, will be validated by the international community. Because what you have now, even now, the international community seems not to have accepted that we have a president-elect. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunacho ni candidates, presidential candidates, waiting for the Supreme Court to decide. So all hope for Kenyans is the Supreme Court. Kwa hivyo matumaini yetu yote katika Supreme Court. But I'm saying, I'm very sure that William Samoei Ruto is not going to concede defeat. Huyu ni mtu ambaye hata kubali kwamba ameshindwa. Ni mtu ambaye even if we go for a rerun, I think he's not going to accept that he has he has lost the elections. But Baba has already committed that whatever the outcome of the Supreme Court is going to abide by the ruling. But is William Samoei Ruto and his supporters, when you look at the way they are talking now, the way they have been threatening the people, Oscar Sudi have been threatening the county commissioners, somebody, Akikuyu, that he has to leave, he has to resign. It's very interesting. Where did you find our viewers, the MP wakifuta wafanyikazi wa serikali kazi? Ni wapi? Ulisikia wapi wewe? Because these are the kind of people that are expected to run this country. And our country is very, very important. It cannot be left to such guys, kwa sababu wakiachiwa watamaliza hii nchi. Again, when you look at IBC cannot conduct any elections. IBC is completely dysfunctional. People have no hope. People have lost trust completely with this body. So the electoral body need to be disbanded. It is dead. And in fact, it is in a casket. It should be buried after the Supreme Court. So, and this is one, when you look at it, because you see, it is under UDA capture. So there's no way it is going to conduct elections. So even if there's a rerun, I think it will be very unfair to Azimio to let this IBC conduct the elections. When you look at Wafula Chebukati does not inspire any confidence. When you look at Wafula Chebukati, even his communication is very poor. When you look at Wafula Chebukati, ni mtu ambaye he doesn't even smile. He doesn't even smile. When you look at Wafula Chebukati, is somebody, yani ni kama hako katika dunia hii, ni mtu kama mtu wako katika another world. It's like he's on a transition. Somebody who is not even sure of what he wants. Somebody who is not even sure of what you want to see. Ni mtu tu anaangalia tu. So even the jaws really move. They really move. Because ukimwangalia tu kwamba, you know, we expect somebody who is going to inspire confidence in this country. Tunataka mtu ambaye hata ukimwangalia unajua kwamba huyu ni mtu ambaye ataendeleza lile jambo anafanya. When you look at Wafula Chebukati, we see somebody who is not sure of himself. When you look at Wafula Chebukati, you see somebody who does not know what should be done and what should not be done. In fact, it's like a robot. Now, this is the same person we expect to conduct elections. So that is why I think the Supreme Court should do Kenyans a favor and invite the United Nations, UN, to come and conduct a rerun if at all we are going to have elections in this country. Kwa sababu ni vipi tutaweza kuwa na uchaguzi wa haki na huru ikiwa Chebukati na wafuasi wake are the same people who are going to conduct this election? In fact, anything less than audit, forensic audit of all the IBC system, the KIMS kit, the data, the portals, and the what. In fact, the Supreme Court haitakuwa imefanya kazi ikiwa it is not going to authorize the audit. And this should be forensic audit. Kwa sababu tunajua kwamba ule ushahidi umetolewa pale katika koti ni ushahidi ambao unaweza kumfuga Chebukati. Ni ushahidi ambao unaweza hata kumfuga hata Ruto yeye mwenyewe. Kwa sababu hata wale maafisa wa jeshi ambao wanatajwa, vile vile si vizuri kusikia wanajeshi wetu wanatajwa katika harakati kama hizi. And that is why we should form a government of national unity. Time has come for the Supreme Court to declare that we cannot go to the election at this time the way we are. And you see now, when you look at Uhuru Kenyatta is a very good guy. Uhuru Kenyatta is very much composed. He's at ease with everybody. When you look at Uhuru Kenyatta should be mandated by the Supreme Court to form a government of national unity, whereby Raila and Ruto will be involved in this government. In fact, both of them, it should be made first and second vice president of the Republic of Kenya. You know, they should not even be called the deputy president. Because I have always opined that when you have a deputy, you see, he feels so much entitled to the presidency. But when you have the vice president, it's like the title carries some weight. Uhuru should form the government of national unity. Raila should be the first vice president. Ruto should be the second vice president. And then they should agree on how we are going to we're going to appoint the cabinet ministers. The military should remain non-aligned. They should be non-partisan. The police, let them remain non-partisan. Because once their names are dragged in politics, like Afura Chebukati and William Samoei Ruto are doing, this country will never be the same again. Without the support of the security boys and girls of our country, that is the military, the police, the GSU and others, I think no leader is likely to command respect like Uhuru Kenyatta is commanding. Again, you see, even the military does not want to be involved in politics. When you start bringing their names here, how are you going to be the commander-in-chief of the armed forces if you are dragging the names of the senior officers, very senior guys, the generals? These are the people that you are dragging, ukijaribu kusema ya kwamba walikuwa wanataka kuiba kura, and then you expect to work with them. So even William Samoei Ruto, I think he will not be at ease as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces if, for example, his election is to be is to be withheld by the Supreme Court. No, not withheld, upheld by the Supreme Court. So he will not be comfortable because you see, here comes a man who has been accusing the military, who has been accusing the police force, the police service, and now unakuja hapa and you expect to be their commander. So they will ask many questions. Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunataka haki, na wakati wa haki umefika, na wakati huo ni sasa. Because what people should know is that these politicians are always after their stomachs. In fact, kile ambacho wanafanya ni pesa ambazo wanataka, sio kwamba wanataka kuhudumia nchi hii. Kile ambacho wanataka ni kuhakikisha kwamba wanaishi vizuri, wana pesa nyingi, wana mali nyingi, because they are people who can never be satisfied. Ni tumbo sio shiba. In fact, ukiangalia most of them utaona kwamba in fact IBC should be buried with the judgment, and together with most of the officials, especially Wafula Chebukati. I don't know what you think, my viewers, but if I ask you, do you think William Samoei Ruto is going to accept the verdict of the Supreme Court? If, for example, the Supreme Court decide that Raila won the elections, do you think this man is going to the bush? Maybe like wale watu ambao wanaenda vichakani kusema kwamba hakushindwa. Do you think Omolo Raila is going to accept the judgment? I don't know what you think, but that is my take. Gashis Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Can you take a minute, our viewers, hit the like button, that thumbs up button, hit it, my friends, so that you can continue supporting. The best way you can also support this channel is to comment, is to subscribe if you have not. If you have subscribed, you can also hit the notification bell so that anytime YouTube, if you upload a video, YouTube will always notify you. I was truly Gashis Kaiman. Bye bye.